All right, YouTube, today's the day. We're going to give this thing a good bath. Then we're going to come through and we're going to actually clay bar it. This is not an instructional video. I am going to put a link in the description of a guy that goes step by step, did a really good job, is detailing beyond limits, did a really good job. I'm just going to come out here and wash it, and then we're going to clay bar it. Now, we have more rain coming between now and the show, so we're actually not going to polish it. We're just going to clay bar it. Be sure when you put these somewhere that they're not going to get dirty. If you drop them on the ground, it's game over. So, got to get it totally clean before we do anything. And it's basically, we're just going to use, got my bucket here, simple water with Dawn soap. And then we'll get it all washed down really good. Then we'll come back and we'll start doing the clay bar on it. And we'll go from there. So put y'all in a spot and put you on time lapse and we'll get after it. All right, YouTube, and here it is. This is what we're trying to get out of it. That's what the clay bar is going to do, then polishing. Gonna let it dry for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be totally dry, because actually you want to keep the clay bar lubed. Now, something you want to remember is while you're doing it, one direction, not circles. Circles it'll destroy it. And according to the guy that I've seen and everyone I've talked to, you drop this on the ground and it's game over. So I'm gonna try to set y'all up right up here on the old hood. And real easy lock. I need to quit trying to fall over on me here. There we go. So aim you down a little bit. I'm gonna do just this little spot right here. Then we'll put you back in time lapse and we'll go from there. One direction. Make sure that you keep this lubricated, because if you get it dry, it will damage it. And if your car is anything like mine, the paint's already seen it. Wow, is this interesting, folks? Now, I'm not pressing super hard. From what the guy said, you shouldn't have to. Just want to keep it lubed. Again, one direction. You can go side to side. Or up and down. But make sure you stay the same direction. Don't let that hit the ground. Once you do, it's over. And if I let mine hit the ground, it's really over. look at that. Yeah, she's gonna have to be buffed still, but it has to be buffed still, but still it doesn't look too bad. Alright, so here's what we're actually going to do. We're going to change this up a little bit. So I clay barred it here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my buffer and I'm going to put a little wax next to it. And we will see what the difference is between the two and see which one's working better. I'll bring y'all right back. Alright, YouTube. I want to make sure that I make it clear. There is a huge, I'll hear the difference in the sound. There's a huge difference between the two from where I clay barred it and where I haven't. The thing is, it's just not shining the way I want it to. So we're going to give this thing a shot and see if it does any better. And we'll go from there. It's going to get this wax one anyways, so that's just one of those things it's going to get. We just haven't done it yet. So get a bunch on there. And remember, if your car's anything like mine, you can burn the paint up. So well, that's not impressive either, is it? Put a little more wax on it. I just didn't get enough wax on it. Well, to be honest with y'all, I'm not impressed right now with either one, actually. Could possibly just be the wax that I used. Let's give it another clay bar on right here. Well, I think at this moment we're going to stick with the clay bar. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set y'all up like I did before and put you on time lapse, and we'll get the clay bar in this thing. All right, YouTube. So I clay barred the entire hood, and I did not get the results that I wanted. It's smoother, but it's not shining. Now, do you notice the difference between the left and the right? Notice how the driver's side is a lot shinier? Yeah. Got some compound that pulls off the oxidation. So I'm going to quit clay barring. Clay barring's working great on the chrome and stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and do the deoxidizer on the actual hood itself. And well, you can just, I don't know how well it's coming in, but there's a huge difference. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to just go ahead and use the deoxidizer on the whole truck. And before the show, we'll either, I have some more actual polish over there, we'll either do that or we'll linseed oil it. But right now, this stuff's working, so we'll go with that. All right, YouTube. I can tell the difference. All I've done is just the hood and the front of the cab. I didn't do the fender, but you can tell the difference between the top and the bottom. I can see a notable difference. I'm gonna finish waxing it. I'm just not gonna film it. I don't see any reason why y'all need to see it, but I'm gonna bring y'all in after I'm done. We'll look at the difference between the door and the fender, or at least the top of the door and the top, or the top of the fender and the hood. That's good. All right, YouTube. There she is. All done. Now you got to remember that what I've done to her is just deoxidizer. It is not a wax. It's not a wax at all. I guess technically it is a wax, but it's just deoxidizes. But this was not fun at all. Now I do have wax and I can wax it. The thing is that it is supposed to rain. So me waxing it now would probably be pointless. I have it at the point that if it does rain, which it's supposed to, that the day of the show or day before the show, I can wash it off, dry it, and then linseed oil it. But I gotta admit, for 1978, I don't think it's factory paint, but it isn't much, newer than the factory paint. I think she turned out pretty good. still some things I got to do. I mean, I could have got it better, but there comes a point in time where you got to stop because I'm pulling paint off. As you can see down there, that's just from the white. If I were to walk down there, you'd see a lot of the blue too. At some point in time, I mean, I'm going to clean all this out, but we're actually going to rust prep the bed, and then I'm going to paint it from about here down flat black. That way it looks like it has a bed liner in there, and it'll keep it from rusting. But anyways, I know the windows are still dirty. They got to be done. I don't know what that is, and I can't get it to come off. So I'm gonna try some other stuff, but either way, that's today's video. Like and subscribe.